You ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for Hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/juniorgrizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/juniorgrizzlies. This Photoshop job of the College Football 27 cover for this year is atrocious. Like, who made this? It's so bad.
This is the deluxe edition. So you have to pay extra to get Kurt Signetti on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're paying extra to get Kurt Signetti?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right. I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish. I'm speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. John Rosa right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you like your World Cup mixed with a little bit of controversy, because we got that now. It became an interesting subject on Sunday afternoon when FIFA announced that for Balogun got a red card in the previous match. According to rules, that's supposed to mean you can't play in the next match. That's where we thought we were, but they announced on Sunday that the red card has been suspended. The American goal scorer will be allowed to play tonight. President Trump is taking responsibility this morning. Wild situation. We'll talk through it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. In the next segment, Michael Leaves is going to join me. He, of course, hosts SportsCenter for ESPN. He'll be here in the next segment. I'll talk to him about all things World Cup, including United States against Belgium tonight. Michael Leaves will join me in about 20 minutes. Finish talking to him. That's when we'll take a break, come back, and do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we'll discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, Summer League is underway out in Salt Lake City. The Summer Grizz humiliated the Summer Thunder on America's 250th. Final score 111-74. Cam Boozer got 15 points. We'll talk about him. We'll do it in about 40 minutes. The Grizzlies have reportedly signed restricted free agent Quentin Post to a 3-year, $30 million offer sheet. The Warriors have until late Tuesday to match. We'll tell you more about that a little later on in the show. Interesting piece this morning from ESPN breaking down last week's Jaylen Brown trade from the Celtics to the Sixers. Tim McMahon talked to various front office executives. I'll tell you what they told him. We'll do that in just a bit. Congratulations to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Famous lovebirds were married this holiday weekend in New York City. Adam Sandler officiated the ceremony. Harry Styles was among those in attendance. We'll celebrate TNT in the third segment. And we nearly burned our house down Saturday night, blowing up fireworks. This is a hell of a deal. Thank God. Thank God for my neighbors. I'll tell you what happened. Might even show you some ring camera footage. We'll do that during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll do GP's carryout and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to, but I did want to start with the World Cup because tonight out in Seattle, the United States men's national team is going to play what has been described as our biggest match in country's history. It's certainly the most controversial. Tonight at Lumen Field, it's going down. USA versus Belgium, round of 16 of the World Cup. With a win, the United States men's national team will advance to the World Cup quarterfinals for just the second time in modern history and for what would be the first time in 24 years. In the betting markets, the United States is now listed as a slight favorite, in part because on Sunday afternoon, FIFA announced that American star Flo Balogun has had his red card from the previous match. It's been suspended, which will allow him to play tonight against Belgium. That's the big headline. This morning, Balogun will be allowed to play. Reportedly after the White House got involved. John Roser, it's good to see you on a Monday.
What up, GP?
On a Monday morning. I appreciate you being here in Bennett Doyle's.
Glad to be here, man.
Bennett Doyle's absence. He's off doing fun stuff with his family. First question for you. On a scale of 1, let's just do it simple. Scale of 1 to 10. How much does the soccer world outside of the United States of America hate the United States of America after our president reportedly influenced FIFA's decision to allow Balogun to play tonight?
I mean, I think a lot of soccer purists, which European fans are soccer purists, a lot of them are, I think they are going, wait, hold on, because they didn't take the red card away.
They just said
it's suspended. So it means like, what? Like we play in like a friendly next year sometime, and they're like, "This is the one you're suspended for."
You ever
like,
do you remember one time? I can't remember.
It feels like we've arrived though, because we're getting involved in corrupting soccer. So
hey,
we're here.
It was only a matter of time.
It was only a matter of time.
We pretty much corrupted everything else. I think we'd get to soccer eventually. I genuinely joked last week with Bennett. You can find it. It's on YouTube. After the match, and I'll walk you through it in a second, exactly how we got here. But after Balogun got the red card, and it was clear he got the red card, whether he deserved it or not. And I was clear. I didn't think he deserved it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a soccer expert, but I didn't think he deserved it based on my surface.
Need new red card rules.
Most soccer analysts, regardless of network or nationality, looked at that and said the punishment does not fit the crime. That should not have been a red card. Again, there was not even a whistle in real time. They just went back, looked at it, red. What?
Crazy.
Most of us agreed with that. But the rules are the rules. So he gets the red. And even in real time, people are like, can you appeal this? Could you appeal this? And we come back in the next morning, and it's like there's really no appeal process.
Yeah.
Like if this were the Premier League, there is actually like a way to appeal this. And if this were a different league, it'd be like you have 24 hours to in writing, tell us why you think this is crazy, and then we'll have a panel look at it. Like there are ways to address this in different events, in different competitions, but not here. I mean, the United States coach was even wondering aloud in the press conference post-match, like, is there anything we can do? And everybody was like, nah, we kind of already looked into it. It's kind of, you're kind of screwed. And so we just left it there. And I came in studio the next day and was joking, to be clear. I was like, but what if we just decide as the United States? Yeah, we want him to play. We're the United States, and we just decide he's going to play. And so we're going to just allow him to play. And what are you going to do about it? Like, we will attack we'll do whatever we need to do. But what are you going to do about it? I was like, Bennett, what happens if we just decide, you know what, we don't think this is right, and we,
Trump throws on his cape. He throws on his USA cape.
Just says, what, you can't, who do you think you are to come into our country, play your little soccer tournament, and then tell us who can and can't play for us?
We will deport you.
Like, who do you, like, you must, I don't know if you've been watching the news, but we kind of do what we want to do as a country. And I should be clear, I'm saying all this in fun. I don't think
it's all fun.
I don't think it's funny, like a lot of the shit that's going on in this country right now. But this is what's I was sort of joking. Like, what happens when we just say, we'll do what we want? And we laughed. But that is what happened.
I mean, they said what? Trump armed with like Howard Lutnick and lawyers.
All the Epstein people. Everybody in the Epstein files got involved in this at Pierce.
Went to FIFA and was like, hey. Laid some stuff out, and then FIFA's like, yep, red card suspended. Like, that's what happened.
So this was yesterday. We're all sitting around the house and the news breaks. Whole family's there. Everybody's talking. And my oldest son's there, and I said, hey, did you see the Balogun news? He's like, yeah. And I said, it sounds like the White House got involved. And he was like, I saw that, but like, I can't tell if that's for real or not. He's like, did they really? I was like, it sounds like it's real.
Yeah.
But we've reached this time where you don't even know if what you're reading is real anymore.
Right.
And even my son was like, that just seems crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even know if it's real. It just seems crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's really what happened.
No, it's very real. I mean, people were joking that they needed to go get the Brendan Sorsby judge in Texas to do that, and they kind of like essentially just did that.
It is very college football-ish in the sense that we've got a ruling, we don't like it. Is there a place we can take this to get it reversed, or at least get it an injunction to get it pushed down the line? This is what Ole Miss has done with Trinidad Chambliss. It's what Texas Tech did with Brendan Sorsby, or at least it's what Brendan Sorsby did with Brendan Sorsby. Tech would want to make it clear he did that. We supported him, but we weren't involved. So in the war of semantics, it's very much like what Sorsby did for Sorsby, except in this case, there is no local judge to get in front of. It's quite literally just the president of the United States picking up the phone and calling the head of FIFA, who he has a, by all accounts, close relationship with. They spent an unusual amount of time together leading up to the World Cup. FIFA rented out space in Trump Tower. Like, this is all exactly as it appears.
Didn't FIFA give him like an award?
The Peace Prize.
It's a Peace Prize. What is the FIFA Peace Prize?
You ready? It's a made-up thing.
That's awesome. I mean, you just start making up awards. Like,
well, you just play to the guy's...
Yeah, the ego. Yeah.
Like, he wants a Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's invent one and give it to him.
Give him a Peace Prize.
It's amazing how it works. It's amazing how it works that something so obviously ridiculous could actually work on a person, but it does. It does. There are going to be incredible books about this.
Man.
All of this someday.
Powerful guy who knows how to use it.
That's one way of putting it.
I mean.
So the news breaks yesterday. It's like, well, did Trump really pick up the phone? Did the White House really get involved? Like, this is crazy. Oh, no, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
How do we know? Because the President of the United States is taking credit for it this morning. Here's the quote. I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected. That's the FIFA president. I'm the one who got them to do it. It was not Biden. Biden was asleep.
Okay, that's funny. How do you know? I mean, just openly taking, yeah, it was me. I did it. And it wasn't Joe Biden because Sleepy Joe was asleep. I mean,
most skilled most people, let's just keep it there. Most people, if they got their hands involved in something like this, all the advisors would say, first off, all the advisors would say, you don't need to be involved in this.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
It would start there. But then if you got involved, all the advisors would say, okay, you need to stay like 3 things removed from this. So like, this can't, and you can do whatever you need to do, but you need to stay detached from it. Like, you might need to call so-and-so and have him call so-and-so, and then get so-and-so to call so-and-so so that you're 5 steps removed from all of this. Instead, he stands up in front of the cameras and says, oh, I did it.
Right.
I did this.
No, it's like you always talk about the college basketball coaches.
Yes,
you always talk about the college basketball coaches who are like, shady recruiting that went on, but yeah, you don't get near it.
Yeah.
You don't actually get near it, but other people take care of it for you.
Oh, yeah.
To get you the player.
Oh, yeah. It's wild. And so now, if you want the update, the Belgium Federation is appealing it.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Hey, we've got this paid for already.
Yeah, right. Right.
This is bought and paid for.
You make them some waffles.
File your little appeal. I can already tell you.
Get rid of your appeal. Nobody cares about your appeal.
And so, I guess what I would say is that there's a few different ways to look at this. On one hand, there's the all's well that ends well, I think, description of this, which is, all right, because if I was talking to myself, here's the way I would talk to myself. I'd say, okay, I heard your show last week after all this went down. You said you thought it was bullshit. You said you didn't think it was a red card, worthy of it. You're on a YouTube clip, Instagram reel, talking about the punishment doesn't fit the crime. So we fast forward to Monday, and now the young man that you said deserved to play in the World Cup, never deserved to get that red card, he's going to be allowed to play in the World Cup tonight. What's the problem? On some level, I understand that. We all looked at this last week and said it was wrong. So however we got to the place where we fixed it, just be glad that we fixed it.
Yeah.
Because, think about it. Flo Balogun, this would be the biggest night of his life professionally tonight.
He's got more pressure on him now than
and to have that ripped away from him.
Yeah.
Because they slowed something down that a referee couldn't even see in real time with his naked eye because there's no whistle. But then they slow it down, pause it, break protocols, look at it, reach a conclusion that most soccer enthusiasts thought was wrong. All right, I don't care how we got back to a place of making it right. We got back to a place where we're making it right.
Okay.
And so what are you mad about today? Because what you were mad about was the idea that this young man had this opportunity to participate in the round of 16 of the World Cup. What you were upset about was that he had been wronged and they wasn't going to be allowed to play. That's what you were upset about the other day. It's fixed. He's playing. You mad now still? And it's because the process is just all left up. And I really do think, I'm glad you brought up the Brendan Sorsby thing, because I think there's a parallel here. I don't mind that the wrong was righted, but the process they took to get here doesn't make this good for anybody. It's very similar. I made this point about Brendan Sorsby. If you're Texas Tech, as they were still fighting for him, but the world was collapsing on top of, everybody was screaming, including their own conference, you can't do this. I got to a point with Texas Tech where I said, if I were advising them, now I would tell them, you got to think this through. If you continue to stand by Brendan Sorsby and play him, if it doesn't go, first off, everybody thinks you're wrong and the whole world's screaming about you, so you got to deal with that. It's just a PR thing but if it goes wrong, people are just going to mock you. Mm-hmm. Your gambling quarterback just threw an interception. Wonder what's going on there. All right. So if it goes poorly, it's going to be awful.
He's betting his own player props.
There you go. Right. Yeah. All day. And if it goes well, then what? You know what people are going to say? Then you won't be celebrated.
No. If
it goes well, people you're 8-0 and ranked third in the country. You know what people are going to say? Man, F them. They took the gambler, broke the rules, did something you shouldn't have done. And it won't be celebrated. Here we are with the United States men's national team. It'll be celebrated here because the USA. We are now in a situation where if we lose tonight as a country, the world will say, even your own president tried to tilt the scales in your favor and you couldn't get it done. And if we win, the world will say, yeah, but you know what you had to do it.
Okay.
It's not good. It's suddenly not good for anybody. Unless your sole thing is, I just want America to win, and this gives America a better chance to win, and I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, I want America to win.
That's fine. I totally get that.
But but you said too, they broke protocols. So what if this leads to FIFA actually tightening up their protocols?
Well, then you can have whatever protocols you can, and if the president of the United States can pick up the phone and make you break them, then what does it matter?
Well, no, I'm saying on the review, on the Balogun review.
Yeah,
so I'm sure the president got on with his lawyers and everything, and they were like, hey.
It's just the way it went down it's not gonna, this America, there was a great story to tell, and tonight if the United States wins, it will not be celebrated around the world. It will be ridiculed around the world. We might not care. In fact, let's just decide not to care. But that is how we got here has set us up for that. Let's talk to Michael Lees about it. He'll join us next.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
What happened was after Oklahoma City won last year, it was like, this is who you're going to have to deal with for the next decade. This is now 8 straight years with a different title team. It is a fool's errand to plan with another team in mind. You never know who's going to get hurt and how this stuff is going to play out.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefits, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets. Welcome back, Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. I'm inside the Built Ford Tough studio, and on Mondays in the second segment, I'm joined by Michael Eaves, who, of course, among other things, hosts Sports Center for ESPN. He's here right now. Michael Eaves, it's GP. How you doing today?
You know, I'm feeling good this morning, dude. I slept in my bed for the first time in more than a week and a half, and nothing beats your bed, dude. I don't care how good your hotel is. I don't care, what the locale is. Nothing beats the comfort of your own bed.
Nothing like sleeping in your own bed. I also have a similar feeling when, for me, and your schedule might just be 12 months a year, but mine is full speed for about 5 months in college basketball, and then it slows down considerably. And I have this moment after the Final Four where, for the first time in like 5 months, I actually take my suitcase and I put it up. I put it like where it goes, like in where it stores. And I'm like, I'm not going to need that for at least a few weeks or a month. And that's an incredible feeling too. Like, I'm not going anywhere for a minute. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know what that feels like.
I know, right?
I really don't.
I'm about to hit a little stretch here where it's gone for a while, home for a day, gone for a while, home for a few days, and so I'll get used to it again. But yeah, putting your suitcase up is a wonderful feeling. I'm glad you're home. I appreciate you being here. I knew tonight was going to be awesome. Just United States, Belgium, World Cup in Seattle, knockout stage. I don't need anything more than that. Oh, buddy, we've got a lot more than that now. Flo Balogun's red card has been suspended, apparently because, at least in part, the president of the United States picked up the phone and called FIFA's president. What do you make of everything going on with this soccer match now?
Honestly, I hate that there's so much controversy around the match to begin with. And it started with the red card itself. Yeah. I mean, the consensus was that he didn't deserve a red card. right? So then you go to VAR, and then what we find out is that the process itself was flawed in the fact that they only showed slow-mo and still images of the incident as opposed to full speed. So the referee who was reviewing it didn't get the full context of everything that was in play. Now, you should say he should have been seeing the whole thing to begin with, but even if you're in the middle of the action the way soccer referees are, they can't see everything. That's why you have officials on the side, and that's why, thankfully now in modern times, we have VAR. So it should have been a red card. The review was flawed, and then they give this decision, and there's no way to review it under current policy, which also should not be the case. Right. And then we're like, okay, fine, he's not going to be able to play. It's trash. We're going to go out there and da-da-da-da-da. As Americans, you try to rally around that. And then you find out, like, oh, wait, it's been suspended? Awesome, because you thought FIFA may have done the right thing. And then you find out, no, someone intervened, and then FIFA didn't exactly give you full transparency on the entire process. So if you are, completely non-judgmental whatsoever, you look at it and you're going to feel some type of way because everything just feels wrong. All of it just feels wrong. Now, does it benefit the Americans? Absolutely. If you're Belgium, are you pissed, and should you deservedly be so? Absolutely. So again, Gary, it's all the controversy around it that for me is overshadowing the actual match itself.
It feels like it's gotten to a point now, and obviously when you insert Trump into anything, it's going to take it to another level. And so here we are. And in fairness, it's not like we inserted him. He inserted himself. But it almost feels like this could have been such an incredible night and moment in American soccer history in a vacuum. And now, if it actually goes the way I think all of us want it to go, which is with the Americans winning on home soil.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
It will not be celebrated around the world. It'll be mocked and ridiculed around the world. And I don't love that we've set ourselves or that this team has been set up for that. They won't be celebrated the way they otherwise would have.
Yeah, and that's other countries, that's other former soccer players who played in the World Cup. Again, it's not that the decision technically now has been reversed, and probably rightfully so. It's the process and the things that happen, because the belief is, if you're other countries, that your leader could not have done that, right? And also the belief is they shouldn't be able to do that, right? Right? And that's what makes everyone feel icky about it. There was no transparency. Why was this allowed to happen? And it's speaking to what some have called the integrity, not of the game itself, but of FIFA as an organization. And oh, by the way, how long have they been accused of corruption and actually proven corruption inside the FIFA offices? So again, it just makes you feel icky about the whole thing. Now, if you're a proud American, you're like, all right, now our team has the best chance to win. Right. All right, if you can overlook all that other stuff, I mean, I don't know what that says about you, but nonetheless, the game is going to be played. At this point, there's nothing you can do about it. And you root for your team. Absolutely. You want them to play. But again, other people will look at it differently, and that's just going to be a fact.
We're talking to Michael Eaves here on the Gary Parrish Show. Let's talk broadly World Cup, because not only has it lived up to expectations here in the United States and Canada and Mexico, but I think it's exceeded all expectations. On Friday, we have Argentina, Cape Verde, with at least the potentially the biggest upset in World Cup history. We got the Holland thing, which is just incredible. Mexico, England last night was off the charts in terms of the atmosphere and drama. Like, I don't know what kind of impact it'll make on American soccer just as soon as this event is over. But right now, I feel like this could not have grabbed our country and really the world's attention any more than it has.
No, it's been spectacular. Yeah. And part of it has been so many people from different parts of the world coming to America and seemingly experiencing it for the first time, and getting a different sense of the country. And so you have this energy of excitement, enthusiasm, and surprise that then goes into everything else around it. Then you have these other soccer-crazed countries that bring that energy anyway. And finally, you have that layer, Gary, of Americans really getting into the event itself. Yeah. Whether because I have a friend in Los Angeles, and he got into the lottery and got tickets to multiple games, and he's gone to see only one U.S. game, but he's seen multiple other teams play. And the excitement that he's told me about being in the crowd as an American watching two different nations play is not quite the same as watching Team USA, but it's damn close, right? So people get wrapped into it. And again, it is a large scale world event. And it's been tremendous. Now, to answer your other question, what will be the impact? We don't know. Yeah. And it may be, honestly, to have a tangible feel of it, it may be a decade or a generation, because maybe some young kids are inspired by it and they grew up to be international soccer stars for the, let's say you got some American kids to become Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Haaland, okay, then that changes the game. But just to say this is going to come in and overwhelm the American sports landscape, that's a big ask, and I think it's unfair.
Yeah, and I think we've been doing it since I was a kid. Like, I think I remember 86 World Cup, and it's Maradona, and even American kids are like connecting with Diego Maradona, and it was like, and this is gonna, and it just comes and goes, and then we pick it up again 4 years later, and then it comes and goes. But that is happening here. At least for now, the Americans have really attached to it. And I'm glad you brought up Haaland, because I don't know if I could be the next Messi, or I know I can't be the next him, because that dude is 6'5", and I hesitate to even speak like this, because it's like there are people who watch soccer every day of their lives, and I might sound like an idiot to them, but I just rarely seen something like him on the pitch, as they say. He looks lazy. I know he's not. I want to be clear, but he looks like he's just standing around and barely moving, and and then it's just boom, goal out of nowhere. He's just spectacular in the sense that he barely touches the ball. I think they threw a graphic up at one point yesterday. He had touched the ball less than anybody else on the field in the match, the whole thing. And then boom, he's got a goal, and then boom, another goal. It's spectacular watching him, the way he finishes plays, and just him on a pitch just looks different than everything else.
Yeah, so one, he looks like he doesn't belong out there, first and foremost. And because he's so big, it doesn't take a lot of movement by him to cover a lot of ground, right? So that gives that illusion of being, somewhat slow and lazy. Sort of like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He was a big player at his position, right? But so Haaland is like a finisher. He's not Messi. Messi is Gretzky. Okay, he's going to score and set up everybody else. Haaland is there to finish the play. That's what he's there for. And he's been very good at it for a long time. But again, watching all these different people go about it, and then you put him next to Mbappe, who's way shorter, and is all over the place, right? It just tells you that this game allows for multiple styles to be effective when they have greatness behind them. And again, if this makes U.S. fans turn into more high-end European soccer or even the MLS, then great. That's phenomenal, because you'll get a better sense of the game when you start watching the World Cup. You got the women coming up next year, and then the men again in 4 more years, pardon me. If that adds to your fandom, then great, because you will see what makes great players great, and you can see that when they play against other great players. I
was sitting there watching him, I guess it was yesterday, and I got my computer out, and I'm just playing around, because I'm like, I can't be the only one thinking these things. So I just start Googling, something as basic as, is Erling Haaland lazy? Just to see what pops up. and I loved it, because all these Reddit pages come up, and it's like, there's like people debating this. And it was like, the consensus is no, but he does specialize in a run economy. He's very efficient with when he runs. And I just found it fascinating. Like, he picks his spots, and he's not going to use a lot of energy until it's time to use energy to put the ball in the back of the net. And I was just sort of fascinated by all of it. I can't get enough of this World Cup. Switching gears, at some point, LeBron James is going to make yet another decision. And this is interesting because, his agent/friend, Rich Paul, is going on podcast and basically walking everybody through the process. These are the teams that are interested. Here's why Bron might be interested in them. We'll get to a decision at some point. Do you have a prediction for where you think LeBron James puts on a uniform next season?
I would say Golden State. Right. He and Draymond are very close, and he really respects Stephen Curry. And you saw that respect shown in full display at the Olympics in that game against France. So if you're LeBron and you can team up with one of your boys, and then also one of the greatest players of even your generation in Steph Curry, that makes the most sense to me if I'm, trying to put myself in his mindset and what I would want to do my last year. Because even if you don't win, and there's no guarantee of that to begin with, you can say that you got to play with Steph Curry at one point. And I think Steph would appreciate that as well. So that's where, if I'm him, that's where I would go. Now, if you're trying to figure out the best route to get back to the NBA Finals in probably your final season in the NBA, maybe it is Philly. You look at what they have there with Jaylen Brown alone. You team up with him, I mean, that's a hell of a 1-2 punch. Then Joel Embiid can be as effective as he was this last season. And, if you don't have to give up Tyrese Maxey in any type of salary dump situation, I think you're good. So he has the problem. It's not a problem. He has solid options wherever he wants to do. And at this stage of his career, and based on what he's meant to this game and this league, he should have that. He should have nothing but winning choices on his side.
Let's play around with the idea that he does sign with Golden State. And we're looking at a core of Steph Curry, LeBron James, Draymond Green, Kristaps Porzingis. Perhaps they can get a deal done for Anthony Davis. Do we believe in a basketball team with an average age closer to mine than Wemby's?
I think so, just because of all those other parts. Now, look, thing about San Antonio, what they showed us this past season was that they have all the parts necessary to challenge for a championship, right? What they didn't have was experience. And that's what fell off for them. And that's what hurt them. And not just player personnel wise, but also with their coaching staff. They just have the experience. And that's why they bring in Billy Donovan to help that staff. Right. But if you give me those two rosters head to head, I don't know, because you got a lot of youth on one side, right? That could be running up the older guys off the floor. But I would give the more future Hall of Famers the better chance than the young guys on the other side.
That is Michael Eaves from ESPN. Make sure you're watching him on SportsCenter. Follow him on X at Michael Eaves. That's at Michael Eaves. You're the best, buddy. Appreciate your time. I'll talk to you next Monday.
All right, man. Be good.
I'll see you. Bye-bye. That's Michael Eaves from ESPN. I'm glad he brought up the Billy Donovan to San Antonio thing. That's another kind of small NBA headline that happened over the weekend. I didn't put it in 5 more things, but man, if I'm Mitch Johnson, I don't want that at all.
It's more proof that, if you are of the conspiracy theory that Mitch Johnson does not coach the Spurs. I mean, last year, think about in the playoffs, it was like every time the Spurs had a pivotal moment, it's like, well, we talked to Coach Pop.
Right.
It's
and then he did not have a good finals.
No.
I mean, it was a bad final. I would argue it was a bad. You enter those NBA finals, I think some people are worried about the Spurs' inexperience. And I think where it showed up everywhere, but where it especially showed up, or at least among the most obvious places it showed up, is on the sideline.
Yes.
I think the coach looked like an inexperienced coach. It looked like an inexperienced team led by an inexperienced coach.
No, whether it's not knowing when to balance Wemby's, the on-off minutes of Wemby, or just,
so people are questioning you. And now you get Hall of Famer Billy Donovan sitting right next to you.
Who left a head coaching job with the Bulls. He could have stayed in Chicago if he wanted to.
Or been the head coach at North Carolina if he wanted to. Or been the head coach at Michigan if he wanted to.
Maybe he's like,
oh, how do you get the best job in the world? Sit next to this guy for a year.
And coach the alien.
Yeah. How do you get that job? I'm going to sit right here.
And it's possible that I end up with, if it don't work out next year for Mitch Johnson, because maybe the Thunder are healthy next year, and maybe they're awesome.
Mitch Johnson better win the championship next year.
Mitch Johnson better win the championship
next year.
Yeah.
Or Billy will slide over one seed. I mean, right now, if you had to bet, who will be the next head coach of the San Antonio Spurs?
I would bet Billy Donovan's their coach eventually. I would bet Billy Donovan eventually is their coach.
I would bet Billy Donovan and Victor Wembanyama win a championship together.
And Dylan Harper, because he's a freako too.
Yeah, right.
They got a couple of them.
But to me, I mean, to even suggest this is to suggest that Billy's manipulate, trying to be a little squirrely, And I don't want to say that about Billy, but if the question is, why do you leave an NBA head coaching job, turn down North Carolina, and turn down Michigan? Maybe it's because the actual best job in the world is coaching Victor Wembanyama and Dylan Harper for the next decade. Maybe that's the best basketball job in the world. I would argue that is the best basketball job in the world.
Do you write a column on that?
The best basketball job in the world.
Head coach of the San Antonio Spurs.
Is the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs for the next decade. That's what it looks like right now.
Yes.
If you could have any basketball job in the world, it's being the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs for the next decade.
What would you say is even close second to that?
Duke.
Duke, that's what I was thinking. I was like, is it Duke men's basketball? Just because they give you everything. You've got all of it.
I would actually argue that if you just say, yeah, but I don't want to be a college coach because I don't like that lifestyle. I don't want to do all that stuff that they have to do. Then you can start circling back to NBA jobs, and then it's like Oklahoma City.
Right.
But I think you can reasonably say San Antonio is the best basketball job in the world right now. How do you get it? Sit right next to the guy that's got it right now. That's the best way to get it. Sit next to the guy who's got it right now.
And I don't believe that this was just when he decided not to go back to the Bulls, because he could have stayed in Chicago. He could have, and he just said, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's right.
Now, he didn't already know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But
Right.
I bet he's had a decent idea for a minute that might be a possibility for you.
Yeah.
And so you just sit there in you've been in a not so great organization run by not so great people. Now you go to the best organization run by the best people. You sit there, and I guess if you just playing it straight, hey, you go win the title next year. They're not going to fire a coach after he wins the title. But then you're like, you can take any NBA job you want that opens. Like, he'll always be a candidate for those or the best college jobs, or let him lose in the finals again.
Right.
And then that's my job.
And then that's your job.
Yeah. Good for him.
Shout out Billy Donovan.
Shout
Look
out
at
Billy
you.
Donovan.
He knows how to politic, too.
Shout out Billy Donovan. We come back. We'll stick in the NBA. Summer League is underway. Grizzlies are up in Salt Lake City. Cam Boozer made his Grizz debut this weekend. Looked good. Sounded good. We'll talk through it next.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
This Photoshop job of the College Football 27 cover for this year is atrocious. Like, who made this? It's so bad.
This is the deluxe edition. So you have to pay extra to get Kurt Signetti on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're paying extra to get Kurt Signetti?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Unforeseen and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Summer League is underway in Salt Lake City. The Summer Grizz humiliated the Summer Thunder on Saturday, America's 250th.
Yeah.
Final score 111-74. Grizzlies on top, 1-0 out in Vegas. Cam Boozer got the start. 24 minutes, 15 points, 7-11 from the field. Your thoughts on Cameron Boozer's debut in a Grizzlies uniform?
I mean, it's always good to beat the butt Thunder. Shout out our buddy Mark McCluskey. Cam Boozer, you saw this a million times in college.
Yeah.
Cam Boozer, like Cam Boozer beats everybody. What is it a shock that Cam Boozer beats the Thunder team? No, he was as advertised. Everything you expect, like you heard about Cam Boozer. Hey, this guy can back you down and score in the paint. This guy can pass in the paint, make passes into tight windows. This guy can pass from one block all the way to the other perimeter. This guy can step out and make threes. He can drive on you, give you shoulder, step back and hit a fadeaway. He did all of it.
All of it.
He looked awesome. He looked like he might already be the best player on the team.
I think he will probably be the best player on the team.
He will be the best player on the team.
I keep going back to this because I've known Jonathan Gavoni for a long time. Draft Express. Worked at ESPN, still covers the draft, and he's just very good at it in the sense that he does the work. You know, like he actually will fly to Eastern Europe to evaluate, and he'll be at a FIFA U17 thing on the other side of the planet. Like he does the work. He knows. Yeah. He knows he's. I remember, this is just a random one, but we were at a Final Four party the year. I guess it was Marvin Bagley was coming out. Was that the same year as Jaren?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, This is 2018 draft. DeAndre Ayton went 1.
Okay. And I just remember really liking Bagley. I think if you go back, that's one of my misses. It was just wrong. I sort of just, honestly, it was a little bit like, when has this guy never not been awesome? So how is he not going to be awesome? I've seen him since he's 15 years old. And he's always been the best 15-year-old. And he's the best 16-year-old. He reclassed. He's the best at that. And he went to Duke, and he was an All-American. Like, how is this guy not going to be awesome? And I remember being at a Final Four party, and Gavoni's there, and we just, you know how these parties, and you just, whoever you end up, you don't even know who you're going to end up with, but now it's 4 people, and you're in a conversation. And so we're just talking, and I'm like, so what do you think of Bagley? And he's like, I don't love him. And I said, really? He's like, oh, he'll get picked high. He's like, I don't love him. And I was like, why? He's like, I don't think he processes things at all. Like, I just think everything he does comes naturally to him, but I don't think he understands how to play, and the shot's not there, and the way the game's changing. Like, I'd rather have Jaren Jackson Jr. than Marvin Bagley. And I was just like, I wouldn't. I was clearly wrong. Right. I was like, I wouldn't. But I just remember, this is just a random, but I remember now everybody talks about processing things. It's like a buzzy word connected. It's like it processes things. And, really, it's just process. Yes. Everybody. But that wasn't a word everybody was using then. But I remembered him using it with Bagley. And I think he nailed it. Everything he could do as a basketball player were just things he could do as a basketball player. But the understanding how to play, understanding where to be, slow to
reads things
all
like
that. He couldn't do. That's why his career is what it is. And that just matters. Mm-hmm. And Boozer's the best at it at this age. Back to Gavoni. Here's my point. When you tell that story, he's on the record well in advance of this draft, well in advance of the Grizzlies being slotted 3rd in the lottery or picking Boozer. Just, hey, we don't even know where this guy's going to end up. So it's got nothing to do with the Grizzlies, got nothing to do with nothing. He just said, when it comes to Cameron Boozer, I won't be surprised if as a rookie he averages 20 and 10 and is an all-star.
Yeah.
He's ready to play.
Mm. You could see it.
Yeah.
He looks... We have seen guys in their first Summer League games. You've seen nerves.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's your first Summer League game. You're not wearing a total NBA jersey, but it is an NBA jersey now. Okay. And there are just nerves associated with that. And he shows none of that.
And not only does he not show any of it.
He's younger than everybody, too.
He doesn't sound uncomfortable.
No.
And he even calls him. He even said after the game, I felt comfortable. Like, we practiced for a few days, and, I don't know everybody, but I felt comfortable. And he just, everything about him, he just checks all these boxes that you want him to check. And here was a quote, Drew Hill, Daily Memphian, because he's there in Salt Lake City, described him in the piece at dailymemphian.com as the future centerpiece of the Grizzlies. And sort of he took that to Cam and was like, I don't know, get his thoughts on it. And I thought the quote was interesting. He said, this is a quote from Cam Boozer. He said, I think that's a responsibility that I've had my whole career, to be the centerpiece of a team. But the first thing you have to do is show up and show you deserve to be a centerpiece. That takes work. That takes showing up every day and doing the right things. That's something I'm going to do, and I've always done. For me, it's exciting to know that I have an organization that believes in me and sees me being a big part of the future here. So there he is, even just speaking in a way that most 18-year-olds don't speak. He's like, yeah. I mean, if he were speaking, I think, completely candidly, he would probably say something like this. Yes, of course, I'm going to be the centerpiece of this. I've been the centerpiece of everything my whole life. I'm ready for this. But I'm not just going to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to point to my billboard. I'm not just going to, I'm going to, I will be the centerpiece of this by example. And when I'm asked to talk about it, I'll speak well too.
He exudes confidence.
Yes.
Like he does. But like you said, and there are even little things he says where you're like, oh, that sounds confident. It doesn't sound arrogant. Like if somebody else said some of this stuff, it'd be like, it might come off arrogant. He does not come off like that at all.
He sounds a lot to me the way I remember Cedric Coward sounding at this point a year ago. Saying things that you don't necessarily expect rookies to say, especially before they've even really played. But they don't sound arrogant. They don't sound confident. They don't sound cocky. They don't sound misplaced. It's just a very sure of yourself. Just. I was working on this other project that I'm doing for something, and one of the questions I was asked to expand on was, what's your prep? What does your prep look like in advance of a show or anything? And one of the points I make in this is that the only time I'm ever uncomfortable in studio, whether it's here or CBS or anywhere else, the only time these cameras are on, these mics are on, and I'm ever uncomfortable is when I have not done the work. Mm-hmm. When I just haven't put, either because I let it slip, more likely I ran out of days or hours or minutes, but when it's a B block of a A10 tip-off show on CBS Sports Network, and we're getting ready to break down George Mason against something I wouldn't necessarily, hey, we're talking Duke, North Carolina. Okay, let's go. I can do that. Hey, we're talking Memphis, Louisville. Yeah. Sure. All right, now it's George Mason, Fordham. Okay, give me a second.
Let me look up some stats.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
But you didn't take that second.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey, and GP, why do I not feel confident, comfortable? Because I didn't do the work. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to have to bullshit my way through this. I'm going to have to fake it. Now I can. That's part of being on TV too. You got to learn how to fake it.
You got to learn how to do it. Yeah.
Right. But that's the only time. If you do the work, you feel like you're ready to.
Yeah.
And I think that translates, whether that's basketball or whatever it is I'm talking about. And he seems to understand. I think that confidence comes from he does the work. I think that's where it starts. You hear his father talk about him. And his father says, you'll never find a harder worker. You'll never find a more focused young man. You'll never find a more driven person. And that's his dad. And I don't think his dad's talking about him like that because he's his dad. I think that's just really what he sees. And these are all incredible qualities. I'm not saying he's perfect. I hate even talking about humans this way because you end up getting disappointed somewhere. But by all accounts, he's everything you would want the third pick of the draft to be. Mm-hmm. He's everything you would want the centerpiece of your franchise to be. And whether it was on the basketball court Saturday or even in the post-game quotes that I saw, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. Elsewhere, we're playing a lot of guys. At least on Saturday, we played a bunch of guys who played real NBA minutes.
So you look at our roster, and some of us, we were talking. We were like, man, well, that Tuesday night game tomorrow night, I think the Hawks. They're like, that could be second night of a back-to-back. Who are they going to be playing? But you look at the roster; they don't exactly have a roster where they can play an 8-man rotation of just nothing. Or no names. They're going to have guys. They're going to have even guys tomorrow night if they want to rest Boozer or Cedric. They're still going to be real players that have to play for them.
Are we expecting, because looking ahead, we got Game 2, Salt Lake, Utah Summer League, 8 o'clock tonight.
Yep.
I'll be in studio. You going to be in studio?
I'll be in studio.
Me and Rose are going to be here. We'll be on Grind City Media app and YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devin Walker will be with us.
Right. So Grizzlies Jazz tonight. So that's Cameron Boozer, Darren Peterson. And Peterson was really good in his summer league debut.
Was really good.
Yeah.
That's another one Gavoni was on.
Yeah.
He was adamant. He's better than Debansa.
Yeah. And Peterson, I think, got 27 points and was the best guard on a court that included Ace Bailey, a top 10 pick from last year, Kingston Fleming, a top 10 pick from this year. So if you were somebody that was I don't care about whatever he went through at Kansas, the talent's the talent, I'm taking that.
He may just do that. He may just be
I've said it. You will.
He just didn't want to play college basketball.
You will forever be able to find clips of me saying, I don't like the Darren Peterson thing, the way it unfolded at Kansas. Those clips are out there. I'm sure they're going to get thrown back in my face. What the clips that are also out there are, but it's not hard for me to imagine him being amazing, because it might just be as simple as that. I think he got in his head, didn't really care about college. Was always going to be the thing you had to do between this and this. And if he's a example of a player who prioritized whatever he thought his NBA career needed to look like over actual college results, if he's not the first one to do that. Anthony Edwards did it, didn't care about college at all, was heavy, didn't play well, didn't stand out, couldn't win. Didn't matter. When he got to the NBA, he's a killer. He's been to 2 Western Conference Finals. Peterson might just be that. And if you're looking for early reviews, he looked closer to that on Saturday than the guy who was sitting on a bench resting everything while at Kansas. So good debut for Cam Boozer. Night 2 tonight. Boozer, Peterson, 8 o'clock, Grizzlies Jazz. Hang out with us tonight.
Number 2.
Hey, we got Grizzlies restricted free agency news.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies have signed Quentin Post from the Golden State Warriors to a offer sheet. 3 years, $30 million. The Warriors now have till, I believe, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Tuesday night to match. Most of these offer sheets, restricted free agency, for people who don't understand how it works, you can make an offer, and then the franchise that has employed that person can either match it or say move on. And that part of the CBA has led to, these are unusual. Most franchises don't even offer them because they don't want to get their money tied up for a period of time. And then to the extent that they are offered, they're usually matched by the franchise. Do we have a guess on how this one's going to go down?
So that's the thing, Golden State, they've had, it's typically one of the higher payrolls in the league, because obviously you're paying Steph a ton, you're paying Draymond a ton. They just signed Porzingis up for $40 million or whatever it was, gave him a 2-year deal. So that's going to be the thing. Everything I've seen, people smarter than me who know the cap stuff way more, Keith Smith, one of them, saying this is going to be tricky for Golden State if they actually want to match this or not.
Right.
But so they've got 48 hours to decide if they want to match it.
Yeah, it's till 11:59 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday is what I read.
Yeah, so, I mean, $10 million. So they've done this twice before. They did this with Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson was a restricted free agent with San Antonio, and they signed Kyle Anderson to an offer sheet knowing San Antonio probably was not going to be able to match it. You typically have to overpay for restricted free agents to get teams to not match them. And then they did it with Tyus Jones, too, in Minnesota, and they got Tyus Jones. So, the front office has done this. I think Quentin Post, what it is you're looking at a guy, 3 years, $30 million. Is that the going rate for a third center? Is that we have to overpay to get him if we're going to get him in restricted free agency? Or is some of it, we know we're going to have Isaiah Stewart, and we're not 100% confident about the bigger guy.
Yeah, I hope that's not it.
Yeah.
But I can see where your head goes there.
Yeah. Because it's $10 million a year for essentially, if everything did go to plan and you have Zach Edey, Isaiah Stewart, you're paying $10 million a year for a third center.
Well, I do think, and this could be independent of that, but there's just, for Wemby reasons perhaps, there's never been a better time to be. And
you see all these teams are getting bigger.
Everybody's getting bigger.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a worse time to be small and a better time to be big. And we got away from that for a little while. Perhaps Golden State going small, Draymond at the 5, all that stuff. But we're back to being big is the way to be, and having multiple bigs, playing bigs together, is a thing that 5 years ago NBA front office members would say you can't do that. I had an NBA front office member tell me as recently as in the past 10 years they would not take a center in the top 10. Period. Nobody, not one. I was like, even Wemby? And they were like, well, he's different. I was like, oh, yeah. But I was like, still, that's where they were. I don't know if that was ever true, but that's the way they were talking. And now we're back to. So I think it's probably.
Moore went in the lottery because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's more big people are getting employed by NBA.
Big men.
You need big men more than you needed them.
He's got a little play. He had a couple. I remember this, the Rocket series 2 years ago. He had 2 double-digit games in the Rocket series for Golden State. He had a 12-point game and a 13-point game. So,
well, he's a 7-footer, 26 years old, I think, who can shoot it a little.
It's streaky. It's a streaky shot.
The percentages are not great, but the idea that he even is allowed to take 4 a game in limited minutes suggests that he is capable of making that shot. Here's what Kevin O'Connor wrote. Savvy move by Memphis to put pressure on Golden State with this offer sheet. Quentin Post got way better defensively in year 2 with the Warriors, and I believe in his three-pointer. Would be a loss if they don't match it, and a perfect backup to Zach Edey if he goes to the Grizzlies. So at least one NBA analyst, early return, savvy move by the Grizzlies. That's what he's calling it. And honestly, that word or a similar word gets attached to little and big things the front office does all the time.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean they're perfect. Doesn't mean they haven't made mistakes. But they are widely regarded, this front office, as savvy and smart, and the attention to detail is almost always there.
They get their ducks in a row.
For lack of a better phrase, they tend to know what they're doing and know how to do it. It doesn't mean all this stuff is evaluations. You can mess up the evaluations, but they tend to sometimes, when New Orleans did that deal on draft night a year ago and sent an unprotected, it was it may work out, but that's a clear example of they don't know what they're doing.
Impulsive.
They don't have their ducks in a row. They're being real sloppy with this. And when you read about moves, both big and small, that the Grizzlies front office do, typically you don't hear words like sloppy or incompetent. It's savvy and calculated and taking advantage of every little situation you find yourself in. And here's another example of that. And I guess by the time we wake up on Wednesday at the very least, we'll know how this one unfolds.
Yep.
All right.
Number 3.
Interesting column this morning at ESPN.com detailing the Jaylen Brown trade, how it went down, and with Tim McMahon, one of their NBA insiders, speaking to various general managers and other front office members around the league. Did you see this story yet?
No.
Okay. So basically what Tim McMahon did, and I like it when people do this, right? Whether it's Ramona Shelburne.
Ramona does this. Ramona's really good about this, yeah.
You go, okay. When things are unfolding in real time, you don't always know what you can report, what you can't report, what's useful, what's not. Sometimes people are keeping things from you, but once something goes down, you give it a few days, then you start making a round of calls to people within the league. And it's like, hey, man, what do you think went down here? What do you think went down there? Were you surprised by this? And people, if you grant them anonymity, they'll talk to you. And so they're talking to Tim McMahon. And there was that quote last week from Bobby Marks that got a lot of attention, where Bobby Marks said that he talked to one front office member of one NBA franchise, and he said, you can vote Jaylen Brown 6th in MVP if you want to, but our analytics models have him as the 6th or 7th best player on the Celtics. That's just where we're at.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed at that. And in fairness to Bobby, I think people mostly said, I don't doubt somebody told Bobby that. It's not Bobby out there just making things up. But if you've got an analytics model that says Jaylen Brown's the seventh best player on the Celtics, then you need to blow it up because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then you're getting too nerdy for your own good. Well, Tim McMahon made a round of calls, and you know what he found to be true from most front office members around the NBA? Maybe Jaylen Brown is 6 or 7 on the Celtics is a bit of an exaggeration, but none of us have him as a top 6 player in the world, top 10 player in the world. He scores points for an awesome team. But when we start drilling down on it, maybe that one front office member who was talking to Bobby Marks had it a little too dramatic, but he's closer to true than not true. The takeaway here is that the general managers across the league, it's just interesting the way this went down.
Yeah.
The first round of calls on Jaylen Brown was like the Celtics asking for 5 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks, and this and this and this. And then when the Celtics were saying, when Celtics were saying this is what it's going to cost, and everybody's like, well, we're not paying that, then everybody just went on and started doing their other business. So right from the jump, just by asking too much, you took however many franchises just out of the equation. You told them it cost this, and they said, well, we can't get involved in that. So they just went on and did if you would have told them, oh, the real price is going to be like Paul George and some junk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you could have got them involved. But once you told them the price is up here, they went on and did their own thing. And by the time you circle back to them, they ain't got no money anyway. It's over. They've done their own thing. So now you're limited in your options. So they just messed up from the jump. The truth is they never thought they were going to have to deal with this. They thought they were going to get Giannis.
They thought they were going to get Giannis.
And then they could just be done with their Jaylen Brown problem because it was a problem. That's the other takeaway from this. Everybody can smile. Jason Tatum can tweet nice things about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown can tweet nice things about Jason Tatum. They're respectful of each other at work. They're not buddies.
No.
And they're respectful of each other, but when they go their separate ways and they're with their buddies, they're not buddies.
Yeah.
All right? So what you thought you was picking up on this whole time, you were. It was a real thing that they've been dealing with for 9 years. It never blew up, but it was always there. So they thought we can just be done with this. It's run its course. We're getting Giannis. Reportedly, they wouldn't put Baylor Shireman or Hugo Gonzalez
in it
in these Giannis deals, which is another mistake.
And there's also a hang-up on Giannis's extension, too, or something.
Except there's been reports came out and they said there just wasn't.
Yeah.
I think somebody tried to feed that from the Celtics or from some side. And then the subsequent reporting was like, no, the Celtics would have extended.
Because that wouldn't make sense. Why would you trade for Giannis and not give him full extension?
Yeah. So the way it's explained in this McMahon story is they thought they were going to get Giannis. But then they wouldn't budge on Shireman or Hugo Gonzalez. And as this other general manager says, he says the mistake that Brad Stevens made here is he was so focused on, I don't want to give up Baylor Shireman or Hugo Gonzalez in a deal for Giannis, that he found himself in a situation where, congratulations, you've got Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman now, but with Paul George. Here's what you should have asked yourself. Would you rather have Giannis Antetokounmpo with no Hugo Gonzalez and no Baylor Shireman? These are your options, because this is ultimately what you picked from. Would you rather have Giannis with Tatum, but you lose Hugo Gonzalez and you lose Baylor Shireman? Or you have Paul George with Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman?
No, I think if they could go back and do it again, they would do the Giannis deal.
100%.
They would 100%. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to work out for them.
Of course not.
Because they're still going to be good. But
so, like, the main takeaway here is from Tim McMahon is they messed it up multiple times.
Yeah.
They messed up by not putting, just get this done. All right? Get it done. And then if Hugo Gonzalez goes on to be a star, I bet he's not Giannis. It'll be fine. So they messed up by not putting him in the deal. Then they miss out on Giannis. Then they realize, oh, this has gotten too bad now. Now they, at that point, they make a decision, we got to move on. It was like, they just couldn't bring him back. It's clear to us. The other general managers saying, it's clear to us now, they just could not bring him back.
And then you ask for too much. That eliminates a group.
eliminates half the league.
And now you're stuck with.
And now you're stuck, and you've got 2 or 3 teams who are like interested in Jaylen Brown. And here's the thing. This is one quote from a general manager. He says the problem for them, the smart teams know that Jaylen Brown is not as good as you guys think. The smart teams know that. The dumb teams are too cheap to get involved in Jaylen Brown's $60 million a year contract.
Right. Because that's the thing. There's some of these players that make so much. It is their name and their contract. Right. That's what you're trading for.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown at $40 million is different than Jaylen Brown at $60 million.
Right.
So the dumb teams just don't want that $60 million contract because they're cheap. And the smart teams don't want it because they think it's a terrible value.
Mm-hmm. So
where's your market? And then there's another quote here from one front office member. He's like, here's my question. If Jaylen Brown isn't happy winning finals MVP, all NBA, winning with the Boston Celtics, how's it going to be for us if we trade for him? If he's not happy there, what is he looking for? That scares teams.
Right.
So isn't happy even when things are going well and he's making $60 million. Okay.
Sounds a lot like Kyrie.
Yeah.
So, and they're cool.
Yeah.
Like they're both they can go a little rogue, the wild card a little bit.
So if you're just wondering, how did the Celtics end up with this for Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
The answer is complicated, but it's all in there, what I just told you.
Yeah.
They screwed up the Giannis deal. Then they asked for too much. Then in reality, Jaylen Brown is not in the analytics models around the league. He is not Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
No.
He is not Nikola Jokic. He is not a $60 million player. And so you got some front offices that are simply saying, we believe in this. We employ people who provide this information for us. We believe in this. There is no way we could trade for somebody who is even if he's not the 6th best player on the Celtics, what's clear is in analytics models, he's not one of the best players in the world. So you get these smart franchises. So we're going to take somebody who's clearly not one of the best players in the world based on our analytics that we believe in, and we're going to give up a bunch of stuff and give them this contract.
Yeah.
Franchise just said, no, we're not doing it. For a sometimes difficult, seemingly not always happy, overpriced player based on our analytics models.
I hear all that. I like Jaylen Brown, though. Like, I'm one of these that thinks, he plays games, though. Like, that's one of the things I do. Like, some of these dudes don't play games, and I do, like, this is just a pushback on some of the analytical models. Do those analytical models factor in guys playing games? Because he actually does play games, and some of these guys I think they may have better probably don't play that many games.
I think you can split the difference here and reasonably reach a point where you go, okay, Jaylen Brown might not be as good as the MVP voting suggests from this past season, but he's also he's also one of the 20 best players in the world. You can you could be able to split that difference. But the point of the column is the analytics models and the public perception of Jaylen Brown are
wildly different. Yes.
Wildly different. Like
there's a few players that are like that.
Well, here's a quote from a front office member. He says, as McMahon's explaining that Jaylen Brown was just 6th in MVP voting and is making a, super max, as much money as you can make.
Yeah.
Here's a quote from an NBA front office member. The stats guys in every room don't see him close to that. Probably the widest gap in the league. They're certainly telling you they don't think he's the 6th best player in the league. Then the contract is really effing big, and the expectation to extend that is really big.
Yes.
So you trade for Jaylen Brown, the first thing you got to do is extend him.
Yeah.
Your analytics people are already telling you he's on a bad contract. Mm-hmm. So you're going to give up a bunch of stuff to go get Jaylen Brown so that you can then extend him. No.
Yeah. No. And then you got to trade him to the team that knocked you out in the playoffs.
So nobody's giving you much. You're not getting good offers. And ultimately, the team that the franchise that gives you the best offer? Because we can assume that this is the best offer. It's the one they took. Brad Stevens won Executive of the Year 2 of the past 3 years. He generally knows what he's doing. I'm going to assume if this is the offer Brad Stevens took, it is the best offer that was put on the table, which means the best offer that was put on the table for Jaylen Brown comes from a division rival that is, you ready for this? Also desperate. They just have to do something.
They've got to do something.
They just got to do something.
New GM, too. New GM.
You just got to do something. Yeah. So, hey, we'll roll the dice on this because we're just rolling dice anyway. We're just in the roll the dice business with Embiid's body. And maybe we look up and we're in the Eastern Conference semifinals and miracle Joel's healthy and we got Jaylen Brown and we paid a nothing price for it. So let's give it a shot.
We think Jaylen Brown is more dependable. We think there's not much trade-off between Jaylen Brown and Paul George, and Jaylen Brown is a more dependable player.
Yeah, the Celtics go, we just had to get out of the Jaylen Brown business. Right. That was our motivation. We got to get out of this. And the Sixers are like, we didn't even know how we were going to get out of this. But if you have to dump,
we can get out of it by getting Jaylen Brown.
Okay,
let's do it. Let's make this work.
So everybody's just trying to get out of a bad situation. Yeah. That's how this deal gets done.
Let's trade bad situations.
Let's just, hey, we hate our Paul George situation, and we gather you hate your Jaylen Brown situation. So let's get out of this thing together.
Yeah,
it'll be wild to see where it goes, but it is interesting. Like when Tim McMahon starts talking to people around the league, they tell him the biggest gap between public perception and the analytics models among basketball players in the NBA, probably Jaylen Brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Congratulations to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
They were married this weekend in New York City. Madison Square Garden's where the party went down. And among those in attendance, the great Harry Styles, which, of course, generated headlines.
Yeah, did they date?
I think they used to do it.
Like date or do it?
I think both probably.
Both? Okay.
Yeah, I would assume both.
Okay.
It'd be weird if they dated and didn't do it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? If you found out Taylor Swift...
Is he the London boy?
I think so, yeah.
He's the London...
No, I know. I think the other fella.
That's a different London boy?
I think the other fella's the London boy.
Okay.
The other fella.
The fiance was locked in to the TNT wedding. She's a Swiftie, so she was locked in on the phone.
Adam Sandler officiated.
He did, yeah.
I like that.
That's cool.
Who doesn't like Adam Sandler?
Everybody likes Adam Sandler.
Apparently he picked up a guitar and wrote him a little song.
Yeah.
People like it when Adam Sandler writes songs, don't they?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Harry Styles is there. I like it.
Yeah.
Ex-boyfriend at the wedding. I like it. Shows maturity.
Does show maturity. I mean, she's had a lot of them. Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't there, was he?
I don't think he showed up. If he'd have showed up with that red scarf, that'd have been a deal. That'd have been a deal.
No Jake Gyllenhaal.
You're about to get married.
Yeah.
Are you inviting any of your wife's ex-boyfriends? Fiance's ex-boyfriends?
No.
Would you?
I'm not inviting any of my ex-girlfriends either.
Would you?
I don't think so.
Would she mind if you did? If you said, "Hey, I used to date Rose," and she was like,
"Rose Roser could have been Rose Roser. Could have had Rose Roser."
You should have never broke up with Rose. If you went to your fiance and you said, "Hey, Rose? You remember Rose? You've heard about Rose, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, Rose. You dated Rose for 4 years or something," and yeah, and you're like, "I just think Rose is a big part of my life, and I want her to be at our wedding." How would your fiance feel about that? Would that be something you even needed to talk about? You definitely got to talk about it.
Yeah, clearly my reaction says it's something I would have to talk about and something I would have to think about. But that just never even crosses my mind to invite like an ex to a wedding. And I'm on like good terms with a couple of them. Like we're cool. Like we'd be cordial if we saw each other. But like, and I don't think it rises to invite you to a wedding.
I think this is interesting. Maybe this is the reason it stood out to me.
I wouldn't expect to be invited to their wedding either.
Okay. I was invited to my ex-girlfriend's wedding, and it felt completely normal to me. This is a long time ago, obviously. It felt completely...
Is this Snake Hole? This isn't Snake Hole.
No. That's a totally different person. That's a totally different person. I ain't never had no girlfriend named Snake Hole, I promise you. All right?
You did.
That was somebody else's girlfriend.
Okay, Mom. Yeah, you got invited to an ex's wedding.
Yeah, and it felt normal to me. Like even when I got the invitation, felt like normal. And then I asked my wife. I was with Kelly, and like Aiden was a baby.
Yeah,
and it felt. I think me and Kelly and Aiden went to this wedding, and so when I see the Harry Styles thing, I was like, okay, this is. And yet every time I told somebody I was going to this wedding, or if I told somebody, if they were like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, so-and-so got married. And they were like, oh, yeah, I heard about that. And I was like, yeah. So me and Kelly went. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, we went to the wedding. And everybody thought it was weird, but it never occurred to me that it was weird. Was it weird? And I should maybe add some more context. This is a woman that we dated when we were in high school.
Yeah.
We dated from like junior year of high school to like junior year of college. Close to 5 years I was with this person. And then we split up.
Yeah.
I'll take responsibility. It's my fault. And then she found somebody new. And then she got married and invited me to the wedding, presumably because I was a big part of her life for 5 years. And it seemed sweet. And so we went. And then I was sort of blindsided by the idea that everybody in my life thought I was weird for going to that.
Well, yeah, so if Chris was in here, he would for sure tell you you're insane. He would be like, the idea that an ex would come to my wedding is nuts.
What's weirder, that she would invite me or that I would go? Because none of it felt weird to me, but every time I told that story to somebody, they were like, what?
Is it weirder that she invited you or weirder that you would go? I think once you're invited, you kind of have to go.
I thought the whole thing was sweet and kind of like interesting closure on...
Well, that's cool. It all depends on how your relationship is.
I thought it was good.
Like, a lot of people's relationships end where it's like, they'll never get invited to that person's wedding again. Like, that, or ever. Like, when they get married, like, that's not happening. Like, Devin Walker would tell you, exes ain't inviting me to their weddings. Like, that's not happening. So it just all depends on how your relationship is. Some people don't want closure, don't seek closure, or the closure is, I'm never talking to you again.
Do you have ex-girlfriends you would see and it would be good and see it would be a problem? Do you have fun?
Yes, both. Both, yes.
I don't really think I would have any problem seeing anybody.
No, there's both, yeah.
I don't think I would have any problem seeing anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of okay. Like, I don't see any of them ever.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't, yeah.
But if I did, would it be fine? I think it'd be fine with any.
There's one or two that like I would be able to just, hey, give a hug. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, everything good? Yeah.
I think I could hug it out with any of them.
It's nice to meet your husband. It's nice to meet your husband or boyfriend or whoever if you're married. Like, I'd shake hands, be cordial. And then there's a couple that would literally look at me and maybe want to pick up like a knife and stab me.
I don't know that anybody would want to stab. I hope nobody wants to stab. I don't know if it's like, that might have been extra. But I really do think if I saw any person I ever spent real time with before my wedding, if I saw them tomorrow at a festival or something, I think it'd be fine. I think I could hug it out with any of them.
Yeah.
And I like
that's growth.
I think it's maturity.
Yeah,
I think it's a sign of maturity. And I like that's what I think Harry Styles being at that wedding represents.
Yeah.
Maturity and growth.
Maybe so.
Taylor comfortable with it? Travis comfortable with it?
They're on good terms, but she's not on good terms with all of her exes.
Well, how could you be?
I mean, the London boy's not there. Jake Gyllenhaal's not there.
Yeah, I think Jake's on the outs. I think...
the London boy, whatever his name was.
I can't ever remember that fella's name.
I can't remember. No.
And
but she sings about it, the London boy.
I know. But like Harry Styles, I remember seeing this, like an MTV Award or some type of awards. It was during COVID, so it was outside, and like the cameras picked up like in a commercial break, and it was Taylor Swift talking to Harry Styles, and people were like, "Ooh, look," because it was like, they don't even remember they broke up. Are they even cool? And it sounded like they were cool.
Yeah,
it sounds like they were cool, and they've been cool this whole time. And now he got to go to the wedding.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it when exes are cool with each
other.
other.
It's not a Bieber Selena Gomez thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not cool, are they? Yeah, I don't think they're cool.
I think everybody's cool there except for the fans.
Yeah,
I think.
So they're cool now. They may.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for Justin Bieber or Selena Gomez.
He's playing a guitar with his shirt off somewhere.
I don't think it's
singing Yukon.
I wouldn't feel comfortable speaking for Justin Bieber or Selena Gomez. But what I find sometimes is that Hailey Bieber will be like, I wish y'all would leave Selena Gomez alone. And then Selena Gomez will be like, I wish y'all leave Hailey Bieber alone. And then every once in a while, everybody's like, I wish y'all just leave everybody alone. And then they're fighting again.
And
then 4 months later, it's like somebody posts something and it's a subliminal message about something. And then you got people fighting about it on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on. But I like it when exes can get along. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
And so I'm
cool. I'm totally cool with that. It shows maturity.
It shows maturity. So congratulations to Travis and Taylor. First and foremost for tying the knot, but also for showing real maturity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Absolutely.
Number 5.
All right, buddy, I had a Saturday night.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I think I had a moment on Saturday where I realized, why do I buy these fireworks? We could just go somewhere and watch other people's fireworks. Why do I do this? But I did it. So whole family's in. Aiden and his girlfriend are in town. Everybody's in town and got friends over. And, it's a day at the pool and waiting for it to get dark enough so that we can, let the boys shoot off some fireworks and stuff. So we trickle out on the, to the cove, cul-de-sac, wherever it is we live. And, we're shooting off fireworks the way you do. And they had bought so many that at some point it was like the return on investment ain't there anymore. Fireworks remind me a little bit of monster trucks. You ever seen monster trucks?
Yeah, I've been to Monster Jam at the Forum before.
Okay. Fireworks, for me at least, a little bit like monster trucks.
A little loud and overrated.
It's just like the first time you see a monster truck jump over a car, you're like, woo, did you see that?
Yeah.
You'll see that every day. And then they do it again, and you're like, oh, that was a little higher. Woo! But after you've seen like 40 monster trucks jump over 40 cars, it kind of just, you don't even blink anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, there, congratulations, another truck went over a car. I've seen that 39 times in a row. It just loses. So we got to that point of the firework night. It was like, you can keep lighting fireworks, but it doesn't seem like anybody's having a good time anymore. Are we done here? Is everybody tired and done here? Everybody's tired and done. I said, all right, guys. We cannot be the neighbors who just have a huge mess out in the, we light all these fireworks, blow up stuff, just leave it out. People got to wake up the next morning, come outside to have a cup of coffee, and they go like, oh, the parish has got all this.
We're not hillbillies. We're going to clean up after ourselves.
We're not hillbillies, so let's clean up after ourselves.
Yeah.
So that means, guys, go around. Let's pick up all the fireworks and let's throw them in the garbage can. First mistake. Don't do that. Don't.
Bad idea.
What's funny is we found a video. Somebody posted a video yesterday somewhere, and it was like things to not do with fireworks. And we needed that video Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. We didn't need that video on Sunday morning. We needed that video on Saturday morning. So I said, all right, boys, let's pick up all the messes. And, and I'm going to walk over here and act like I'm doing something, but really I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done for the night. So my boys, they pick up all the blown up fireworks, throw them exactly where their father told them to. They, for once, following instructions. They apparently also took unlit fireworks and threw them in the garbage can as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is similar to the way they clean the rooms. You say, hey, Lou, there's 40 shirts and shorts laying on the floor everywhere. You got to clean up your room. Next thing you'll see is Lou with 40 shirts and shorts walking to the laundry room. Now I know that all those shirts and shorts are not clean or dirty. It's a mixture. Some of them are dirty that he wore, and some of them are just things he pulled out of the drawers while he was looking for things. And he's never going to put them back in the drawers. He just throw those on the floor. Now you got a big mixture. And rather than go through and try to figure out what's been worn and what hasn't, it's just easier for him to pick it all up, take it to the laundry room. Then we can do all this again in a week. Okay. Fireworks, exact same deal. Would it be best to take the fireworks that we've already done, dispose of them in one place, and then take the new fireworks and, maybe save them for New Year's or something? Of course. But, that takes time. Mm-hmm. So they just saw everything that looked like a firework got dumped into the same garbage can. Call it a night. Go inside. We're looking for something. It's about, 10 o'clock or so. 10:30. Looking for something to watch. We're looking for streaming movies. Yeah. And I said, look, Devil Wears Prada 2 is now available for streaming. And Kelly was like, oh, man, I didn't know that was available for streaming. Let's watch the Devil Wears Prada 2. I thought, I don't care. Let's watch the Devil Wears Prada 2. And Aiden's girlfriend, Julie, she says, I've never seen the Devil Wears Prada 1. And this was like a record scratch.
Right.
What? You've never seen it? Devil Wears Prada 1? And it was like, never seen Devil Wears Prada 1, but I'd like to. And I was like, man, I think we probably find that somewhere. So I said, how about this? They're about an hour 50 each. This is my kind of movie. Why don't we, in the pursuit of creating a situation where we can all enjoy The Devil Wears Prada 2 similarly, let's all watch The Devil Wears Prada 1 together, and then when that's over, we'll watch The Devil Wears Prada 2. Now, it never occurred to me. It's already 10 o'clock at night.
You ain't going to be up till 2 in the morning.
Ain't nobody going to live through this.
Right.
All right? But you can imagine where my head's at this point.
Yeah.
It's a holiday weekend. It's 10 o'clock at night. I've been celebrating America's birthday all day long. So we turn on The Devil Wears Prada 1. We're all just sitting there. It's a beautiful scene. If I had a picture of it, I'd be proud.
Hang it in the Louvre.
And I'm just laying on the couch like this, sort of halfway watching The Devil Wears Prada like this. Just sort of halfway wearing The Devil Wears Prada like this. And then I hear somebody. And I want to be clear, I don't hear that at all.
Yeah.
But that's what happened.
But people in my family hear it.
Other people heard it. I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I was one eye watching Devil Wears Prada. I've been celebrating America's birthday.
Yeah.
All day long.
And you've been celebrating.
I mean, celebrating.
Yeah.
And then knock on the door. It's 10:45 at night. And what we're going to show you here, Kyra, let me set it up properly. This is ring camera footage from my house.
This is like a Twitter feed. If I'm scrolling Twitter, I see ring footage all the time.
Thank God for my neighbors. More specifically, my neighbors' children, who happen to be outside around 10:45 at night doing their own little fireworks thing, because they noticed the garbage can where my boys have put all these used fireworks and unused fireworks. It is now fully engulfed in flames. You'll be able to see that on the right side of the ring camera footage as a young man is knocking on my door, trying to get somebody's attention. One of my little guys answers the door, and I think we can, Kyra, if you got it with the audio, I think we could pick it up right here. See the fire?
Yeah.
Hey, your garbage can's on fire, big dog. Where's your parents at?
So do you see all those people? They start exploding. These kids start running in my house. Okay? I'm on the couch like this. I look up, I've got 6 people I don't recognize in my home yelling about there's a fire.
And you're like, what?
And I'm like, I say, Kelly, what is going on? I can't tell whether I'm dreaming or not. I don't know whether this is real. I'm at a point on America's birthday where I don't know if I'm dreaming.
Is this real?
I'm like, is this really happening? Is my house really on fire? And so everybody else, you could see what the reaction there was. Everybody's running around crazy. I don't move. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
And, like, what am I really going to do about it?
I'm not really going to do anything.
But then at some point, Kelly, like, comes back in the house. She's like, you got to get up.
And you're like, what?
I'm like, all right.
So what did you have to do?
Get a water hose.
I don't know if you had a fire extinguisher.
No, I mean, I do somewhere.
Yeah, right.
I got the water hose.
You weren't finding that at that hour.
And I sprayed it all down, and then it went out. And then we went back inside, and I swear to God, it started again.
Really?
Yeah, I had to come. So then I was just like, y'all go inside. I'm just going to stand out here for 45 minutes, just be in my own head.
Wait, so all right, so the old fireworks went in the garbage can. And then they also threw the fireworks that were unused in the garbage can. So the firecrackers going off, is that all going off in the garbage can while it's engulfed in fire?
It was like we had a fireworks explosion.
Oh my gosh.
And it was shooting at those kids, and they got scared, and they ran in my house.
And then you sprayed it all down with the hose, went back in, and you didn't get all the fireworks still. So wait, when you went and sprayed it the first time, did you open up the garbage can lid and do it?
I did the best I could. I did the best I could under those circumstances.
That's a lot of pressure to be under.
Look at all those people running. Look, they're running in my house.
And then there's another girl who just runs away.
Look at those people running in my house. All these people were in my house. It was like there was a gunfire outside and they all ran in my house.
They think the neighborhood's about to explode.
And then they were like, oh, cool, let's watch The Devil Wears Prada. So we all sat down together and we watched The Devil Wears Prada.
Man.
No, that's not true. No.
Are y'all done with fireworks now forever?
I think so.
Or just, limit it,
I think we should be done. If we can't do any better than that.
Fireworks are expensive.
Oh, buddy.
Dude, they're crazy.
Yeah, they are crazy.
My buddy does this in his East Memphis neighborhood too. Like his cove, they buy I've been to your house on the 4th too. I've seen it. I'm like, this is an insane amount of money for.
We spent an insane amount of money to almost burn my house down because that garbage can. It was like based on how the day had gone.
Mm-hmm.
It was sitting directly in my driveway underneath a tree.
Yeah.
Had that flame gotten a little bit higher, it could have got that tree. And
that's when, yeah.
And that's when.
That's how I get nervous during that, as at my buddy's place, and they're shooting them off. And anytime they go near, because East Memphis, there's trees everywhere. Anytime anything gets near a tree, man,
It was that.
I get anxiety about that.
Oh, it was rough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, we're lucky.
Yeah.
Thank God for those kids.
Absolutely.
Those kids saved.
Shout out to the kids.
Shout out to the kids. They saved my home.
Otherwise, you'd be just laying like this, charred. You'd just be burned.
They'd just find me like this, watching Devil Wears Prada. They'd be like, he died doing what he loved. What did he love? Just being zoned out on the couch.
Zoned out on the couch after celebrating America's birthday.
He died just like this, watching The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh man.
Anyway, we never made it to part 2.
Yeah.
We never made it to part 2.
Don't say.
We never made it to part 2. But it's a new week. It's a new week. So maybe we'll try to get to Devil Wears Prada 2. I had good plans.
Yeah.
I had good intentions. But anyway, if there's anything I can leave you with today, it would be to not
burn the house down.
Yeah, don't do any of the stuff I did. Dispose of your fireworks properly. Do not dispose of them in the same container as live fireworks. That's stupid. And also, have your water hose handy and use it. Even before you see the fire, use it. Don't wait to see the fire before you water down your fireworks.
Yeah.
Water down your fireworks before you see the fire. Because if you don't, you're probably going to see that fire.
Yep.
I learned the hard way.
Yep.
Be back with Carry Out.
Name 100 active NBA players.
100 active ones.
100 active NBA players. And we're going to go back and forth.
Victor Wembanyama.
LeBron James.
Cedric Howard.
Jalen Wells.
Gigi.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There we go.
It took 77 players to get to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefits, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds. GBWR.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Every Monday, we're giving you a chance to win free Sonic. Just hit the link pinned in the YouTube chat to enter for a free Sonic gift card. Jump into the chat, hang with us, and maybe even eat free Sonic too. That's in the YouTube chat every Monday. Let's do carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Another NBA headline. Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors are expected to start contract extension talks soon. And the report this morning is that when they do it, Kawhi Leonard will have new representation. He has hired Harrison Gaines of Slash Sports to replace his previous representation, which was Mitch Frankel and his uncle and business advisor, Dennis Robertson. I guess once you get caught up in an investigation that allowed Pablo Torre to win a Pulitzer Prize,
right,
you might need to find new agents who are a little less sloppy with it.
That might have also led to the team trading you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I enjoyed you representing me all these years previously, but you were a little sloppy with that tree planting deal. You got Pablo a Pulitzer Prize at our expense. We're going to need new representation around here. Kawhi Leonard has got a new agent. He and the Toronto Raptors will be talking soon.
What's today's biggest game?
Man, you ain't even got to ask. Woo! United States versus Belgium, Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington, 7 o'clock kick on Fox 13. Let me get you the updated odds, Rosa, because they did change with the Flo Balogun news. The updated odds for tonight's showdown in Seattle. I can give you the United States at plus 146 in regulation. We're going to call it plus 150.
Yeah.
I can give you Belgium at plus 190 or a draw at plus 240. Or I can give you Belgium at plus a half goal in regulation. The price is minus 140. Or I can give you the United States minus a half goal in regulation for even money. How are you going to act?
This is by far, look, Belgium has not looked great, and we're past the golden age of Belgium football.
Sure.
A lot of those guys are still gone, but they still have some guys, Romelu Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne. But this is by far the best team the United States has faced in this World Cup. It's a step up in class. I'm going to go with a draw.
In regulation?
Yeah.
You think we're going
to? I think we're going to go to extra time.
We're going to extra time to end
I think
this.
we're going to go to extra time.
Do you think we will have to settle this with penalty kicks?
That I'm not sure of, but I like the draw. I don't think it's settled after 90 on the pitch.
You think it'll be equal?
Yes.
It'll be equal after 90.
Level.
It'll be level.
It'll be level.
Will it be because it is 0-0, or will it be because somebody went up 1-0 and then there was an equalizer?
I believe it's going to be 2-2.
So somebody will go up 2-1.
Yeah.
And then there will be an equalizer.
There will be an equalizer. And I'm going to say, I love an equalizer. I'm going to say Christian Pulisic shows up tonight.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, shows up with a goal.
I mean, I would hope so.
I would hope so, too.
Flo Balogun.
Look, more pressure's on him than anybody. Like, ain't nobody even talking about the game. It's all about him.
They're calling us cheaters.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
You don't care?
We've been called worse than that.
We have been called worse than that.
Whatever. Come up with something else.
We've been called war criminals.
Yeah, right. Like,
you think we care?
Call me a cheater. Yeah.
We're cheating in soccer. Oh, we're cheating in soccer.
Yeah.
We will take your president.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we want to.
Right.
We'll take your president if we want to.
Yes.
We'll take your oil if we want to.
Yes.
the world's going to think we cheat at soccer.
Might even take your country.
We'll take your country. We'll take Greenland. We'll take Greenland.
Yeah, right.
We will take Greenland.
Call me a cheater.
Maybe that's the way to look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the worst thing that can happen? They're going to think that we cheat at soccer? They already think we cheat at everything else.
Right. What's one more thing at this point?
What's one more thing at this point?
Yeah.
All right. USA.
What are we watching on TV?
I mean, I think we just watched.
Watch us.
Watch us on Grind City Media.
Grind City Media. Watch us.
It's Summer League basketball
You
tonight.
can dual screen this.
You can dual screen. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's 2026.
Right.
You act like you don't have two screens.
Get an app.
Get an app. GCM app tonight, 7:45. We're going live.
Yeah.
8 o'clock tip. It's the Grizzlies and the Jazz, where, barring a surprise, the number 2 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, Darren Peterson, will find himself on the same court with the number 3 pick, Cameron Boozer.
Yep.
That's tonight. 7:45. We'll get you ready. They'll throw the ball up in the air around 8 o'clock. GCM app.
What's the best thing we've read?
Dan Walken over at Yahoo Sports has a column on the Flo Balogun news, and actually took a stance I didn't expect him to take. You know what Walken said? You know what? Who cares? Let's go.
I respect it. Who cares?
Who cares? You know what? And this is sort of where I land. I think the process is obviously ridiculous, if you want to be serious for a minute. And Trump getting involved just really even if America wins tonight, it'll be ridiculed around the world. We'll celebrate it here. Around the world, it'll be ridiculed and mocked. That's what this has done.
Again, since when do we care?
Again, we're just not going to care. We're just not going to care. So I think the process we got to get here is ridiculous because it obviously is. Nobody with a brain would tell you this isn't ridiculous.
Right.
This is ridiculous what has happened. We deserve the criticism we're getting. But if you can just think of it this way, go back to last week when it happened. Did you think it was wrong?
Yes.
Yes. Almost everybody did. Okay. Well, then it's fixed. Okay, so what are you mad about?
So who cares how it got fixed?
You just can't care about how it got fixed.
Right.
Just be happy it got fixed.
It's kind of a lot of things in this world. You just kind of...
You can't care about how it got done. Just
Right.
gotta, maybe
That's kind of the philosophy in a lot of things in the world. Just it doesn't matter how it gets done. Just get it done.
There we are. So
that's politics.
I think that's the way I'm going to look at it tonight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dual screen it. United States, Belgium, Grizzlies, Jazz. We'll be on the GCM app tonight at 8 o'clock. Flo Balogun. If you want to read Dan Walken's column at Yahoo Sports, he's sort of just like, hey, it's a corrupt organization. This is the way the world works. A wrong has been righted. Go America. You can find it at Yahoo Sports.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yep.
So we'll look back at Grizz Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for Game 3 of the Summer League. Look back at United States, Belgium. Be a fun show. Looking forward to it already. John Roser, get over to that other studio.
Yeah.
You got another 2 hours to work.
Yeah, man. Today, let's do it.
Let's do it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to enjoy mine. Let's meet back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.